Hello and welcome to another video from oorail. So in this video we're going to show you a bit of an annoying problem with the APT coaches. I've had the APT since before Christmas and it's been run quite a bit on the layout now, and one of the problems that I've discovered is over just running it over the last couple of weeks is it's developed this horrible squeak. So I'm going to be quiet for a second and just show you what's going on. And likewise, if I do the other one, it's not quite as bad, but it's not great. It's not that as annoying, but it's a little bit louder. So the problem is definitely the wheels touching the copper contacts here. So if I push the copper contacts together and move the wheel, it's no longer squeaking. I'll let it go, and it goes back to squeaking. Now almost all of the coaches have started to do this, including the DTS. I was able to fix some of them by cleaning the wheels. Others, I had to straighten this part. I don't know if it looks kind of almost buckled, and it wasn't like this when it initially started, so I'm wondering if it's from use. So we'll have to see exactly what's going on. One thing I did notice was, if you look real close on here, you can sort of see there's a bit of a ring around the wheels. So I don't know if it's the groove is maybe picking up dirt or if it's something else. But what we're going to do is try to clean it and see if that helps. And then we'll try a few other techniques if that doesn't work. Okay, so to clean the wheels, I'm going to use 91% rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. And I'm using just some cotton buds or Q-tips to clean it off. So what I'm going to do is just take one of these and dip it into the rubbing alcohol, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back the copper contact here. I'm just going to clean the wheel like so, and I'm also going to take the inside of it and just clean the copper contact where it makes contact with the wheel. I can also put my finger on the wheel and just clean the other side of it real quick, like so. Then I'm going to flip it around and do the same thing on this side. So we'll clean the wheel like so. I'm going to put my finger on it and just give it a scrub on both sides. It's not really accessible from the underneath, so I'm going to have to just rotate the wheel from the other axle, or the other wheel on the axle. Then I'm going to just do the same thing with the copper contact, is try to clean that off like so. And then let's see if it's any better. So you can hear there, it's a little bit better. So this one, still making that horrible noise, so I'm going to do the same thing on that. And just you see there, it did pick up a bit of dirt. It's turned it kind of gray. So likewise, I'm going to do the same thing with this wheel. So I'm going to clean the inside of the copper contact, and then just clean the wheel by scrubbing it back and forth like this. And I'm going to just do the same with the other side. So I'm going to pull this back, clean the copper contact, and hold the wheel and just scrub it back and forth like so. You can see there, it's picked up an alright amount of dirt. So you can hear that it's not really squeaking anywhere near as badly as it was. It's a little bit still, but not as bad. So I'm going to try cleaning it again, and then we'll put it on the track and see if it's still squeaking. Unfortunately, I have like I've cleaned already half the train. So on the 14 car set, already cleaned from the power car back. So the NDMs don't have this problem, but all the unpowered coaches seem to have had the problem. So I've cleaned one half of the train and it was okay for a while, and then the other half started squeaking as well. So hopefully that's all it is. It's just some dirt on the wheels. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit more, just repeat what I just showed you, and then we'll run on the track and see if that helped. Okay, so I've cleaned 3 of the coaches on one end, and it's a little bit better, but it's still squeaking pretty bad. So what I've decided to do is go through the entire train and see if I can just clean them all a little bit better, starting with the DTS and working my way down. But before I do that though, I'm going to run it around the track once or twice at different speeds, so you can just get an appreciation for how kind of squeaky and noisy it is once it gets going. And now my track, it isn't dirty or anything like that. You can see there's a little bit of dirt on it, but nothing crazy. So it's not like that the track is super dirty and it's just transferred to the loco. It's just the pickups are a little dirty, and the inside of the wheels. So what's interesting is I did notice there was black paint or some kind of black substance all over the copper contacts, including on the side that faces the track. So I don't know if this is something that Hornby knows about and tried to use the paint or something to stop the squeaking. I don't know. But it's quite weird that the copper contacts are covered in this kind of paint. It almost looks like they painted the bogie and sort of painted it with the contacts on or something like that. But so cleaned off, so there was copper exposed a little bit better around some of the wheels, and that sort of helped as well. So we'll find out here in a little bit, and once I've cleaned off all the coaches. But for now, what I'll do is just send it around the track a few times so you can hear it squeak, and then I'll get rolling with cleaning the rest of the coaches. Alright, so there you heard it squeak around the track. So what I'm going to do next is basically go from one end to the other and clean the wheels and clean the copper contacts the same way you just saw me now on camera, and hopefully it'll get rid of the squeak problem. Alright, so it's going to take me a little while, but here I'll get back and give it a quick test once we're done. Alright, so I've got the first 2 here cleaned off. This is the DTS and another coach. In fact, I don't think I have them in the right order because this one's 4 or 3, but you can see what I'm doing to test is basically once I got the first 2 connected together, I'm just applying a little bit of pressure here. That sounds pretty smooth. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm basically going to add a coach to it, move it back and forth, make sure it's not squeaking until I get to the NDM, then connect it back up and then move the train over a little bit, and then do the same thing on the other side, and then hopefully the problem will be solved. Okay, so far I've done half the train. You can see there it's varying different levels of dirt that came off the inside of the wheels. So that's the side that the contact touches, not the side that touches the track. So I'm going to go and do the other half of the train now. The first half, there's no longer squeaks, which is a plus, at least when it's disconnected from the power car. So I'm going to start from the GTS again and work all the way down back to the NDMs, cleaning each of the wheels the same way I just showed you. So just using some Q-tips or cotton swabs and 91% rubbing alcohol. I'd suggest using 99 or 100, but I don't actually have it, so 91 is the least amount of water that I can obtain right now. So alright, so I'm going to go and finish the rest of this, and then we'll run it on the layout, and hopefully it won't squeak. Okay, so I've got the entire train cleaned now, so let's give it a bit of test run. It might take a few laps around the layout to iron out all the squeaks, but hopefully it'll stop squeaking.
Alright, so it's no longer squeaking. There's one bogie on the first half of the train that has a small little squeak still, and I'll take that back off and clean it again. It's this one right there. So that seems to have solved the problem. It's been running around the track now for about 10 minutes and hasn't started squeaking. So I'm going to let it run around the track probably for another half hour. Make sure it doesn't regain its squeak. And if it doesn't, I'm going to chalk it up to needing to clean the wheels. Alright, well I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully if you run into this problem, it'll help you out. And until next time.